You can have this feeling anytime you choose.
Hi, it's me Carllie and welcome back to my channel, where we are exploring different ways of developing a good and healthy routine. You have asked me a question: what is the difference between the Wim Hof breathing and the Yogic Pranayama? And I'm also thinking, what about the Holotropic Breathwork? So in this video, we will just think about what are the differences, what are the similarities between all those breathing techniques. But first, we will quickly recap the breathing physiology so that everyone can understand what's going on in these breathing techniques. Breathing, by the definition, is moving the air from the atmosphere into the lungs by the muscle contraction, and then out of the muscles into the atmosphere by the muscle relaxation. When the muscles contract, the pulmonary cavity is expanding. Little vacuum is created and the air can be sucked into this cavity. On the micro level, it means that during the inhalation, the oxygen from the atmosphere is moved into the blood vessels. And on the exhalation, the carbon dioxide is taken from the blood vessels and moved into the atmosphere. So we breathe in the air through our nose. Wait, what? Through the nose and not through the mouth? Well, we at least are supposed to breathe in through the nose. But why? In the nasal cavity, the air is initially cleaned, disinfected, warmed up, and moisturized. And those processes do not occur when we breathe through our mouth. So that's why we have to breathe through the nose. Like, take a look at the baby. The baby can't breathe in through the mouth. That's why it's very important to keep babies' noses very clean. So for our good, be like a child and breathe through your nose. Now, one more very important thing: the breathing patterns. There are 3 breathing patterns. The first one, the abdominal, the second, the thoracic, and the third, clavicular. This one is very little, so we will omit it. The abdominal breathing happens when we breathe in the air into our abdomen. Well, at least it looks like it. What is really happening? The diaphragm is contracting, so it's lowering. The pulmonary cavity is expanding and the internal organs in our abdomen are pushed forward, so our belly is growing like a balloon. This pattern of breathing is really relaxing. So if you want to relax, just breathe in into your abdomen. The thoracic pattern is initiated by the contraction of the intercostal muscles. So when they contract, the chest and the pulmonary cavity are expanding. We can use this pattern in the strengthening exercises because it stabilizes our core muscles. Okay, Wim Hof breathing. So the technique is described just like this. Breathing deeply through your nose or mouth into your abdomen and chest. Then breathe out unforcefully through the mouth. And then repeat it for 30 or 40 times. After last exhalation, inhale as deeply as you can and let go unforcefully. Now stop breathing and hold the exhalation as long as you find it comfortable. When you feel the urge to inhale, take a deep breath into your abdomen and chest and hold for 15 seconds. And normally you can repeat it for the 3 or 4 rounds. You can see that the Wim Hof breathing tells you to breathe in through your nose or through your mouth, but I do it through the nose, like seriously. But it depends on the person. This breathing technique is good for the people who want to energize them a little bit. While practicing this technique regularly and along with the cold baths, you provide yourself a little doses of a good stress, which totally strengthens your immunity system. And you can see why in my previous videos. Okay, the second, the Yogic Pranayama. Pranayama is used in the Yogic philosophy to clean your body, to strengthen the concentration, and to control the mind so one can meditate easily. Pranayama itself means the control of a vital energy. Then let's take a look at the alternate nostril breathing, which we call in yoga Anuloma Viloma. As the name says, we change the nostrils while inhaling and exhaling. Since the exhalation is 2 times longer than the inhalation, more stale air is removed from your lungs. The part when we hold breath on our inhalation increases the exchange of the gases, so more oxygen is transported into the blood vessels. It also balances the both sides of your body, right and the left one. You can feel a little more integrated internally. Kapalabhati or abdominal pumping. It is called like this because we are using our abdominal muscles to pump out the air from the lungs. Normally, we contract the muscles to inhale and relax them to exhale. In Kapalabhati, we are doing just the opposite. We contract the abdominal muscles to exhale and relax the abdominals to inhale. The chest is not moving, and it goes like this. Exhale, relax. Exhale, relax. And continue for 30 times. Then take a deep breath into your abdomen, chest and clavicles and exhale. Once again, deep breath in and out. Now take a normal breath and hold for 30 seconds. You can do 3 rounds and prolong both the pumping and the breath hold. It results in eliminating the large quantity of carbon dioxide. So we produce the intermittent hypocapnia and you can feel a little bit dizzy. Well, much less than in the Wim Hof Breathing or the Holotropic Breathwork. It's like a quick mental boost. You can use it before some tasks that require more concentration. And also for the morning wake-up. It cleans the entire respiratory system, eliminates the mucus, and removes the chronic bronchial spasm. The last but not the least is the massage of the abdominal organs. Their circulation is refreshed, and so is their function. But don't do pranayama just after you've eaten something. When you do it, you will feel why. Along with other 5 points of yoga, like the proper asanas, proper relaxation, proper diet, so the vegetarian one, and meditation, you will maintain good health, a good relationship with yourself and with others. Generally, a good life. Okay, holotropic breathwork. It was invented by Stanisław and Krystyna Grof as a new approach to the psychotherapy. Simply speaking, it's a hyperventilation, very often accompanied by the selective music. Music that is expertly mixed into sets. Session typically lasts for 3 hours. At the end of the session, the facilitators offer energy release bodywork if needed. And on the same day, after a nice break, the group discussion takes place. So how the breathing part looks like? Sessions most often occur in a group setting with the attendance of certified facilitators. Within the groups, people work in pairs and alternate in the roles of breather and sitter. The sitter's role is simply to be present and available to assist the breather, not to guide the process. You are asked to breathe faster and deeper than usual. As it is a hyperventilation, the hypocapnia will occur, and you will feel the symptoms of the respiratory alkalosis, which is the dizziness, tingling in the arms and the legs, and then going further, some involuntary muscle contraction. All of this is said to be intermittent and benign. So what is the goal for the holotropic breathwork? It was invented to enter the other state of consciousness. In the recent research, we can read that it starts the transient hypofrontality, which means that our frontal cortex activity is lowered. Since this place in our brain can inhibit some cognition or behavior, now when the frontal activity is lowered, some barriers can be lifted and we can experience ourselves more deeply. Some emotion can come, so that's why this breathwork is recommended to do with a sitter. And the trained facilitator. Their actual role is to be responsive and non-intrusive, ensure effective breathing, create a safe environment, respect the natural unfolding of the experience, and provide assistance in all situations that require it. So, summing up the similarities, you can see that most of these methods, except for the Anuloma Viloma, plays a little bit with the hyperventilation, which results in hypocapnia and respiratory alkalosis. Those changes in our organism affect our brain and its activity. The blood flow in our brain decreases and the oxygenation increases. But the general brain activity is lowered and the low frequency waves increases. Those brain waves are responsible for the meditation or for our deep sleep. So all of these breathing techniques give you a clean mind and a better connection with yourself, like a little brain catharsis. Both pranayama and Wim Hof breathing state that doing it on a regular basis, you can boost your immunity system and get a general good health. And the differences. The first. Although you can do the pranayama and Wim Hof breathing every day, the holotropic breathwork is not recommended. to do on a daily basis. Sometimes a one session of the holotropic breathwork followed by the psychotherapy can do its work. The second, in terms of intensity, the most benign would be pranayama. So if you are a beginner, you can start from this one. I think it will be the best for you. The third one, the energy. If you're looking for the boost of energy, Wim Hof Breathing and Kapalabhati will be just right for you. And if you're looking for some balance in your life, the alternate nostril breathing can help. The fourth, the sitter. Both Wim Hof Breathing and holotropic breathwork can be really intense, and it can uncover some of your hidden emotions. That's why for the beginners, the sitter can provide a safe atmosphere. And pranayama you can do on your own. And the last difference is about what to add to this breathwork so it can work. So to the Wim Hof breathing you add the cold baths and the meditation, for the pranayama the 5 points of yoga, and for the holotropic breathwork you add a psychotherapy. Okay, right now for me the Kapalabhati works the best, because I can do it on a daily basis. It brings clearness to my mind and I can be more focused through the day. Normally I do it in the morning, so I start with Kapalabhati, then few rounds of Anuloma Viloma, and then I can meditate much more easy. But the winter season is coming, and so are the cold baths. So maybe I will do some Wim Hof breathing techniques. So what works for you the best? Share your story in the comments so we can all help each other on our pursuit of a good healthy routine. And please like and subscribe to my channel. It gives me a big boost of energy, even more energy than the Wim Hof breathing is giving. So see you every day on my Instagram and see you soon on my YouTube channel.